If there's one thing being a messenger has taught me, it's that you can never expect what's on your path.
I mean, that's actually really fair. And no, but what he just said is pretty fair. And I think we're gonna have to pause it here. But what did Cameron just say? Like you kind of don't know what the one thing you have to be prepared for is not knowing what's ahead on your path. Um, yeah, that's this whole decade. That's this whole year. That's everything. So let's he's right. And it's weird to say that Cameron's right on anything, but on this he's right. So why don't we go downstairs and have last call? Do you need a refill of your beverage? Do you need snacks or something? um, let me know if you need anything. The drinks are free. The snacks are free. The Uber home is free. As long as you're here, you're taken care of. So, spays and neuters are also free. Right, kitten? She's still asleep in my lap. But yeah, you have like no idea what kind of curveballs are coming. You know, you're not the 2017 Astros stealing signs to try to win a World Series. You can't know what's coming, right? And I can't always know what's coming. And yes, I just did a baseball snark plug there. I'm a Dodger fan. I have been a Dodger fan since I was realistically about 6 years old, I think, is when I probably went to my first Dodger game. So I can say I've been a Dodger fan since I was 6. So I can be snarky. I'm not just joining the fandom because they're kicking ass lately. Fan. And I'm an Angelino, so. Anyways, yeah, you there's a lot of curveballs, right? And changeups. And, it'll feel like you can't figure out what's coming, like you're never going to get on base, like you're never going to progress, and then boom, magic happens. And sometimes you're just squeaking by and you barely got to first base, and sometimes you have a grand slam kind of day. And the best thing you can do is, even no matter how many times you strike out or get disoriented or confused, you just keep trying. And like the project that I was working on, I guess I started that project 2 weeks ago now, which is kind of crazy to think about. I had an idea for it a little over 2 weeks ago. Like maybe it was like 2 weeks ago Saturday, or maybe it was like the Friday night. And I started working on it on Saturday to launch it for Sunday of that week, and it wasn't working, and I was getting confused, and I was trying to change settings and going back and forth, and I was just trying to get this thing to work. And every time I turned around, I was getting different instructions on what to fix from the platform itself, from the tool itself, and from other sources. And it started working at some point. After a lot of frustration, a lot of scratching my head, it started working. And part of it was patience, because the thing I was working with needed time to get ramped up. And part of it was learning and what could I do on my end to try to steer a giant ship in the right direction. And yeah, I I don't know if, even though it worked, I don't know if it's going to have the impact that I'm hoping for. Um, Whether or not it does, I got the experience of trying it out, using that tool again for the first time in a few years because I've used it in the past, but it's totally different now. Things like that. So I didn't foresee how many curveballs I was going to have in the process, but I kept chugging and I got there. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the impacts will be, but I know what my input was at the end of it. So we'll see. That's all we can say is we'll see. This year has been absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And at the end of the day, I'm sitting here with a kitten that's looking up at me right now. And she's wearing a onesie. And she just gave a big stretch. And despite her having to go off into surgery last week at a vet at a clinic with all these different animal smells, despite her going through that whole big scary day, she still trusts me and she still loves me and she's licking my hand right now. So if she can go through something so big and scary and not understanding because she doesn't speak the language and come out of it still optimistic and trusting of those she loves and thankful for every day, if she can go through that and still be this optimistic, loving, happy cat, then I can strive to be the, optimistic, caring elf. And, hopefully you guys can find something in all the twists and turns and curveballs of this year that winds you around and twists you towards something bright, right? And it's all we can really ever hope for. We can hope that we can find the hope. Even when it's hard to find, just look for it.